What's up, everyone? Thank you for joining us on this episode. Glad to have you here. Tonight, here with Penicillin. Pen, man, how you doing?
I'm doing good, dog. How you doing?
I'm doing good. It's good to have you.
Hell yeah.
So before every episode, what I like to do is I like to give a little sample of who an artist is to give you, the listener, viewer, some context into who they are and what you're listening to, so understand it a bit better. So that is going to play now. If you would rather get straight to the interview talking portion of that, then the time code is going to be on screen now.
Hey, I swear, if you skip to that timestamp, I'm going to find you, and it's up. Watch this shit.
I'm in London for the fashion week. Soldiers just like nice to me. Flew out to my line and all these hoes, they started flagging me. Hop up in that AMG, put that bitch in sports. Nigga ain't know like me, I ain't nigga on shit. I don't even know what I'ma say right now, cause so much on my mind. Came from the bottom with the same team, nigga, and the same gang on my side. VS1 diamonds, I'm up in my kit. I'm with the Mafia, Gotti and Chris. Pink white heart, but it look like Trish. Flying all across the world, but ain't no finding me.
And we're back. All right, man. It's good to finally have you on an episode. I feel like we've been trying to get this for a minute now.
Yo, this shit done took like 2 months? 3 months,
even,
damn near?
even more than that. When was Dragon?
That was like...
Because I think we said something about it then, didn't we?
That was like last... I'm going to say like last March.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dragon. Oh,
yeah,
there was a few people they didn't let in.
Yeah, they was tripping because they was like They was like if you're not 21, you can't get in.
If you know Dank,
yeah,
they didn't let him in.
I think Rod could have got in, but I think the person he was with.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no point in him doing that shit.
Yeah, Dank was with Rod and they weren't able to. Yeah,
but that shit was like, I want to say that shit was like last March, or last April, something.
That sounds right. Yeah, it was pretty early. I don't know why they didn't just do like wristbands or something like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, stupid.
Like, bro had the camera in his hand, like.
Yeah, that's dumb. Yeah, they said Rod Glow after that, after they couldn't get in, they said they just like went down the street and shot a music video because they were all there already.
Like, might as well do something.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rod though.
But I think we had talked then about getting an interview, and then I slipped through the cracks. I had a lot of things slip through the cracks. I was real busy and shit. But we're here tonight.
But like though, I'm kind of glad like that shit kind of happened the way it did, cause like I feel like we would have did that shit back then. Like I was just starting to like pick up like as far as like music shit. Like I was like, all right, like let me take this shit serious. Like I was telling him like I was like, yeah, like 2023, like I'm gonna actually take rapping serious. So like by then I was like really just starting out. I ain't really have no shit out, but like I feel like now like my music is like more polished to where like I can put it out, or like I can shoot a video and like I know it's gonna come out and it's gonna look to the quality that I want it to be at. You know what I'm saying?
I get that.
So like this shit worked out perfect,
Yeah, I mean it's the same with this. Even back then, earlier this year, it was this was all set up in a little studio in Kailua, a real tiny one, which was decent, but like, oof, fuck that.
Yeah.
It just there's a whole lot of reasons why this is so much better.
I feel you.
More relaxed and everything. I like it,
Now this shit is hella cozy. I'm not gonna lie to you. This couch hella comfortable.
Yeah.
God damn.
All right, man. So when
I got a Christmas tree up and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Hell yeah, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, it's December 1st, so it's officially
Christmas
season.
Word, it is December. Damn.
Yeah.
I gotta go Christmas shopping.
Damn. Yeah.
Hell nah.
So man, when did you start making music?
So look. So I was making beats and shit, right? Like I want to say like 2015, 2016. Like I was like, all right, boom. Like my mom had got a fucking MacBook, and I cracked Logic on her MacBook, and then like her shit started fucking up. She was like, boom, you can have it. So like I low key kind of like I fucked that shit up, but then that shit ended up like working in my favor type shit. So boom, right? I cracked Logic, started making beats and shit. And like back then, my boys, like all my friends and shit, they was rapping. Yeah. So I was like, all right, bet, like my boys rap, I'm gonna make beats for them. I was doing that shit. Then I want to say like 2020, yeah, like during COVID, I got my first mic, like ordered some like cheap ass shit off Amazon, right? dog. My first song, ass, like dog shit ass, like oh my god. But like I just kept recording and shit, and then I had nothing else to do during like COVID and shit, so it's like fuck it. Then my boys started recording, and like I just kind of like picked up more steam with it, and I was like, all right, 2023, like let me lock in and like really take this shit serious, because before I was kind of just in and out with that shit.
Yeah, I get that. Who doesn't? Who's first whatever they make, XYZ isn't shit, you know?
I know, but check this out right though. Fucking Lil Tyler, he blew up off his second song. His second song on BandLab.
Second ever?
It was his second
song. Is it like he deleted all his stuff?
No,
archived
like,
it?
Second song on BandLab. It might have been the first though. I don't know. Somebody fact check me on that shit.
Damn.
But yeah, bro. Second song. So like some people they be alright, but then again you got like everybody else that should be ass as fuck. So yeah,
that's like I feel like that a lot of that comes to the people around you. You know, if you can have experienced people, you know how they say it takes 10 years to make an overnight success.
Yeah, like I feel like if you got the people around you and they like just yes man, I hate that shit. Like you need somebody to be like, nah, like this shit not it. Like go back to the booth or like redo the verse, something like that. Like, cause I feel like a lot of people like they so used to hearing like what they friends say to when they play that shit for somebody else, or like they put that shit out and motherfuckers be like, oh this shit ass. They be in their feelings about it because they ain't had nobody real around them to be like, hey, like I don't think you should drop this, or like you should fix like XYZ. You get what I'm saying? Like yeah, it's
important to have that type of like just smart people around you. You know, that's how I've never been good at networking. I've been trying to get like my circle, just like I've been trying to meet more people who do the stuff I do, who I can learn from, you know?
Bro, like, we in the perfect generation for that shit, though, when you think about
really,
it. Like,
we are.
We got Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. TikTok be crazy. Like, I be seeing, like, how to, like, fucking, like, podcast editors, like, fucking music video directors and shit like that. Crazy as fuck. All on TikTok, blowing up. Fucking Twitter, like, X. Come on now, like, we in the perfect time for that shit. I feel like networking really not that hard. It's just more or less like how bad you want that shit. Cause I know like there's some like rappers, right? Like I know a lot of people, they can rap, like they can really like make a 5-song type shit, but they don't be wanting to network with people or like you know, like put their shit out there type shit. And then they get stuck in that circle, and then you see somebody else blow up, and you be like, damn, like my shit better than them, but they didn't took that next step to actually like meet with the right people that can, you know, get in the right places type shit, you know. So yeah, just smart people. My issue is I've always been just like, I grew up like in the sticks in Ohio, and then I moved to Columbus when I was 13. In Ohio.
so I was always alone, you know, just like out playing in the woods. Doing my own thing, you know. So when I started this, that's all that I was really used to, was just doing all my shit like on my own. So I really had to learn like that, like working with people is really where the success comes, because you learn, you know, you just all that.
Fucking the music video I just dropped, right? Prime example of fucking networking, right? Boom. One of my boys from fucking Atlanta, he a rapper, came out here on vacation, right? My boy Scrap shot the music video for him through the goddamn. I met him through like a fucking Instagram fucking group chat, some shit like that. He shot the video for him. But like I met bro from Atlanta. Like through like one of like the Storm Tour like fucking group chats or whatever. He's like, I'm in Hawaii. Linked up. He got put on with him, networking right there. Then he doubled back and he put us on with his editor that edited his videos, who just edited my latest fucking video. So like, that's a prime example, like how that networking shit, like, you know, come full circle. Nah, I think, you know where Pierce from? I want to say he's somewhere from the West Coast. Maybe like Seattle or LA.
It's just like an online thing?
Yeah.
Okay, hell yeah, that's dope.
Like the whole connection like came from meeting people online type shit,
Yeah, that's one thing I'm trying to get better at, is understanding just how to use social media better. You know, I'm trying to learn that, especially because like by the time like, was it Musically changed into TikTok, right? Yeah,
I think so.
By the time like I was never on Musically, and then like by the time TikTok was big, I was already into Instagram, you know, for so many years. So I have to like make myself go on to TikTok to try and learn, you know, because I don't really know like the whole space for it. Even I go on it and I see some crazy ass shit, and I'm like, that's dope, but I'm just not used to it.
Yeah,
so I gotta make myself
you.
work at it. I'm more used to like to Instagram, but I know that is like that's all. The whole younger generation is more on TikTok, and Instagram's got a more 20s, 30s.
You be fucking with the reels?
Yeah.
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 Them shits be working.
Yeah, so I do that. But even that, I mean, every platform uses reels differently. Like the format for all of them is different.
Yeah.
And then like really like what I've started to notice and seen through some research is that like what blows up on TikTok really just moves to Instagram. A lot of the times that's the case. And like you're on Instagram, because I really just scroll, you know, when I death scroll, it's really on Instagram. And so many times I see it, and my first thought is, oh, like immediately I know, I'm like, this was just moved over from TikTok. So I'm like, immediately my first thought is always like, how do I find this person's actual account? And it's like, I know they're making their stuff on TikTok. Exactly. So I know I got to focus more on it. But
TikTok, the new wave, dog. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
People blowing up off that shit like every day. It seems like,
yeah,
shit crazy.
Yeah, like looking at my analytics, it's like TikTok is what, like
that bitch down.
Like 12 to like 20 something, and then my Instagram, the ages are like 25 to 35.
Damn.
Looking at it's just interesting. And then YouTube Reels is like the same way, like 25 to 35, or maybe even fucking older. I don't know. But yeah,
I never got into the YouTube shorts.
Yeah,
like, I be seeing them, but like I never like really like.
Yeah,
like I never like thought about like posting no shit up there though.
Well, all I do right now, and eventually I want to get to a point where I'm learning how to do it better, and I've started changing a couple things about them, but I post the same reel to TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And mine, I've seen that they work like natural views. Yeah, I get the most on YouTube for them, and then Instagram, it's kind of hard to tell because I do like the collaborative posts, so it's hard to tell my own natural views.
Like which one's coming from you or like which one's coming from
yeah. So it's hard to tell. But yeah, and then TikTok, it's just like I know I don't have the right.
You got to post at the right times though.
Yeah, I've heard that too. I think, but like look at when I scroll like on my TikTok feed. And then versus like when I look through mine, I know that like there's just a difference to where I'm not like it doesn't fit right, you know? And I know that I'm just not doing it right where I know I need to spend more time. So I'm trying one of the things I'm trying to do is when I death scroll, I'm trying to change like what app I do that on to TikTok. But it's hard because it's a force of habit. I don't even think about it.
Yeah,
you
like
know?
you just open up Instagram.
I don't even think about it at all.
You get to going,
yeah. Man, what a quick rabbit hole to go down. Like at the very start of the interview.
Yeah, I ain't even peep that shit.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
so you said you started producing because like a lot of your friends were rapping, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what made you go into producing? Is there like a music background in your family, childhood?
All right, so check this out, right? I'm gonna tell y'all a story. One of the stories my dad told me. So he used to make beats and shit like back in this like the late 80s, early 90s, like that boom bap shit. He was making that, right? He swear like up and down he made a beat for LL Cool J and somebody stole it. Like I kid you not, dog. Like he used to tell me this shit all the time. He would be like, I made the beat. Somehow it got he sent it to LL Cool J. I forgot how it got in his hands, but he was like he stole the beat and he never got no credit for it. So
LL Cool J did?
That's what he said.
Or like
maybe like something, maybe like the producer who like did it
within that line. All right.
Yeah.
But it was used for LL Cool J?
Yeah. Like he never said what song it was.
I would never let that shit go.
Yeah.
Never in my entire life would I would go to the grave and that'd be on my tombstone.
Bro, like he used to tell me that shit all the time.
Damn.
So yeah, my dad, he used to make beats and shit like back in the day. That's really about it. Like I don't think nobody else in my family really be doing the music shit like me. Or like my dad. So yeah.
Hell yeah. And then what? So how old are you right now?
I'm 20. I just turned 23 actually. Like end of October.
You said 20?
23.
23.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah. Okay. Yeah, happy birthday.
Appreciate that.
October 29th.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, it's a good birthday. What year did you say you started making music, coming off beats?
Like when I started rapping?
Yeah.
It's like I'm gonna say like April 2020. Yeah, like, cause that was around the time I was still in college and shit back then. Like, that's when everything shut down.
Yeah.
And like everybody went back to the crib. So
Yeah.
I was like, fuck it, let me get a mic, find some shit out, figure out what to do.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So what spurred that?
Bro, I was just bored. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Yeah.
I was just figuring out like different shit to do. Like, I remember I had like a fucking the little DJ board, the little USB shit, right? Bro, I was trying to learn how to DJ. I was still making beats. So I was like, fuck it, like, let me buy a mic. Like, I'm about to goddamn. Oh no. At first, I was gonna be like, I'm gonna charge people to record.
Yeah.
Cause like, I used to engineer at a studio. Like, I was an intern. Like,
Oh, that's dope.
it's like 2019, early 2020.
In Virginia?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, that's dope.
So it was a studio out in Virginia Beach. So I was like, all right, bet, like, I can just get a mic and like charge people to like come to record type shit. Easy little hustle, especially like COVID, all the studios closed and shit. Like, somebody gonna need somewhere to record at. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that was the initial like thought behind like, oh, like, let me get a mic. But then you sitting there looking at that shit like, fuck it, I can make a song, and goddamn, next thing you know,
why not? You're there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that shit was cool though. That shit was cool.
Yeah, that's cool. So then, like, what has been the biggest difference in terms of like challenges that you've seen from producing moving to rapping?
I'm not gonna lie to you, like, I feel like rapping easier than making a beat.
Yeah.
Cause like, alright, say you're making a beat, right, and you're starting from scratch, like no loops, like none of that shit, like you making that bitch like empty fucking tracks. You really gotta be so creative in a way to like map out like what you want to hear without even hearing it, and like knowing the exact sound that you're looking for. Like, it's been times like I would fucking sit on my computer back when I was making beats and shit, like I would go through damn near every single plugin, going through all the sounds, like looking for an exact sound that I can hear in my head.
Yeah. So
like, I feel like that shit way harder than fucking rapping, cause like rapping, you get a beat, right? Like, you already got like a little, like, you got a little bob to it.
Yeah,
so
you
like,
got some inspiration.
Yeah, like the beat already give you like a little like a little vibe. So you like, fuck it, like let me just fill in some words, and then next thing you know, you got a fucking song. Like, I feel like it's more, it's really 50-50 work when you're making a song, cause like the producer gonna do his half by giving you like, basically, I see it as like making a cake, right? Like, the producer gonna give you the cake cooked, right? Yeah. And it's your job to like put the icing up there, like design the cake how you see fit, but without fucking up, what the baker did when he was baking cake. You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like that's way easier than trying to make a beat like off scratch, for sure.
Which, I like that. So the question that pops up into my head is, which do you think it's easier to be successful in?
Definitely producing.
Yeah, I was about to say, because I feel like it's harder to be a producer, but it's easier to be successful.
Bro, like, I know you be seeing them kids, they like 14, 15, blowing up, like they got fucking plaques and everything. Yeah. Like, half the fucking like internet money producers, like fucking, what's his name? Like Nick Mirror and all them. Bro, like half their producers still in high school or just graduated high school, but they got fucking gold records, platinum records with like Youngboy, Lil Tecca, like crazy shit. Like, it's way easier to blow up as a fucking producer. Like, rapping, people first, I feel like, for real, people gotta fuck with you first. Like, for you to even like,
absolutely,
for you to even have like any type of success in rapping, like, you just gotta be a cool ass like person that like people fuck with off rip. And then you also gotta be saying like some smooth shit. Like, you can't be coming up there with no lame ass shit. Like, nobody want to hear that. Like,
absolutely.
And like delivery, and like, it's just so much that like, go into it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, especially, I feel like not even blowing up as a producer, like you said, you can set up a little studio, and then every aspiring artist, they'll come there. Especially,
easy money.
Because there's so many different levels of what's it called, clients who will come.
Yeah.
Where I feel like you can still make money doing that, but as an artist, because if people don't like your music, they're not gonna invest their time and money in it. Like, straight up, And
then like back to the fucking like producing shit, and like we're recording. Say somebody pull up, they ain't got no beat to rap on. You like, oh shit, let me serve him a beat and fucking get him on the back end for the fucking recording session. And now you done doubled up your money.
Yeah.
So like that producing side, like if
Yeah.
it's any like aspiring producers out there, like people that produce, like keep going with that shit. That shit go places for sure.
Yeah.
Like don't stop.
I feel like it's interesting where like being a producer is real similar to being a videographer, where it's like 50% technical skills,
Hell yeah.
50% creativity. And I feel like
Hell
art,
yeah.
I feel like the technical skills is, you know, it's pretty easy to get money from, but the art part is where it's hard. And then being an artist, it's more, I'm sure people will argue with this, but I feel like it's a lot more creativity rather than technical skills. Whereas, because, you know, people with all different types of voices make it and are famous, blown up big,
Hell
but it's
yeah.
just, you have to have the creativity to just flat out, straight up anything. Just people have to like your stuff, you know. If you don't
they
have
gotta
that
like what
little
you doing.
eye in there, the artistic eye.
Hell yeah.
Man. So do you still make beats?
So I be trying to like, I really don't know when it happened or what happened, but like at some point, like all my creativity juice like went to rapping.
Yeah.
Like I cannot make a beat to save my life, but I still be trying to like, say if I'm like making a song, like the song be ass, I'd be like, fuck it, let me try to make a beat real quick. Then that shit'll be ass, but then I go back and make a song and like the song will be alright.
Yeah.
So like, yeah. But like my boys, they always hit me up. Like my boys back home, they be like, yo, like you making any new beats? You making any new beats? And I'm like, nah, like I'm been focused on rapping and shit. And like, damn, like so the demand is out there for the pen beats, but I don't know if I can. I don't know if I still got that in me.
I mean, yeah, that's valid. You know, shit just changes.
Yeah, like you know they say like you change as a person. So like,
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like my artistic journey is like it's leading me in the right way. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah.
So like I'm gonna tell you something crazy, right? So you believe in like fucking what's some shits like the angel numbers and shit, like the
I don't really know much about them,
bro. Like the 222, like the 333, and they be like them shits mean something. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know. I've like heard people say that they mean stuff, but I don't really know anything about it. Like
Bro.
what each one means, anything
Check
like
this
that.
out, right? So I used to always see like, and I still do. I be seeing like 1, 2, 3, 4, like back to back. Like I check the clock, 12:34 at night, in the morning. Like
Yeah.
I can go anywhere and see that bitch, right? Fucking. So like one day I looked that shit up to like see what it meant, and it was basically like, whatever you doing now, like you're on the right path. Like just continue like to do what you're doing. Like, I was like, damn, like that shit crazy. So like back to what I was saying, like I feel like my like artistic path is like taking me on the right way. Like if it was meant for me to like make beats and like stay producing, then I would be down that path. But clearly I'm meant to, you know, do what I'm doing now as far as like rapping and like actually using my voice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of just being like behind the scenes. On some like fucking, really on some Kanye West shit when you think about it. Like, like really on some Kanye West shit. Like, yeah, I can make beats, but like, I'm Michael Jackson on the fucking mic too. Like, not saying, hold on, let me make a disclaimer on that. Not saying that I am like Michael Jackson or that my music does compare to Michael Jackson. Just in that essence of I can be a lead singer in a sense. But yeah, so like I'm not no fucking back. Like I'm not meant to be behind the scenes if I can do this and like use my voice for good type shit. So yeah, I feel like I'm really on my Kanye arc now that I think about it. Not like all the way, but like I feel like I'm on my,
which Kanye arc?
I'm talking about like, all right, so like, you know, like backpack era Kanye, like 2007 probably.
I never followed Kanye much.
All right, it's like, you know,
all
like,
I know is his like recent arc.
All right. Oh damn. Yeah. The fucking bald head Kanye. Yeah, that hey, yeah, shout out Kanye though. but
if you see this Kanye, I don't know, share it, something like that.
Yeah. Share that shit.
We'd appreciate that.
Hell yeah. But yeah, like I'm talking like Kanye, like first album, like won't nobody fucking with his music. They like, you good, but we not finna give you a shot type shit. That's really like where I feel like I'm at in my career.
Yeah.
So
okay, hell yeah. I get what you're saying. I really resonate with that because I feel like I'm like on a similar path where I kind of had a shift to where when I started I was only making music videos and that's just all I was pursuing. And then I just like at one point like last year, at the end of last year, around this time in Japan, I was like, I would like to interview an artist who I'm making a music video with right now. And I just did it. And I never thought that I would, if you would ask me before that, like if I was ever going to like have a show interviewing people or something, I'd be like, that's not my thing.
You don't know, yeah.
But then I started it and I've loved it, you know, to where now like I couldn't get rid of either of them. I love them both.
This shit cool too, you know.
It's fun. It's fun. It's really fun. I like just being able to meet artists, you know. It's cool as hell. All the different people. So how do you feel in Virginia versus in Hawaii?
Like music scene?
Yep, music scene. Working in the music industry. How's it different?
I know they're gonna hate me. Alright, so like as far as like community and like people like actually like fucking with other artists and like willing to work with people and like, you know, sharing shit, you know, doing all that type of shit. I feel like Hawaii definitely got that.
Yeah, I say the same thing. I say the exact same thing.
Hawaii, like or at least like the artists I know and shit like that, they all cool and like we'll repost shit or like we'll like each other shit. Yeah, real supportive and shit. So like that's definitely cool. But I feel like VA, like it's more, I feel like it's easier for it to get out. Cause like I know like it's some artists like back in VA, y'all probably don't know them, but like in that area, like that, like the DMV area and shit like that, they really like popping their shit, you know, making money doing all that shit, you know. So it's like I feel like it's easier to like get your music heard basically out there. But that's just because you know, being out in Hawaii, you really middle of nowhere type shit, so it's kind of hard to.
Yeah, it's not. It's just.
It's really a struggle.
Yeah, the music scene is so specific.
Yeah, like, you know? And even for like trying to open up for a show, like, who was it? D Savage came out here, or he was supposed to come out here in August, and I was gonna try to open up for his show. It was like 800. It was like 800. Some like cool shit. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, bet. Like, I gotta do that whole time. Like, he didn't even come out here. So it's like now you gotta wait to the next like type of artist to come out here to like try to open for them, because that's really where the crowd gonna be at. Like opening up for people that come out here. Like doing the shows and shit be cool, but like if you really want to test your artistry and like test your stage performance, you got to get like on that type of stage.
Yeah, so. I mean it's a young scene here, you know. Well, I feel like it's like any major city in like mainland US. It's just there's just gonna be like rappers there who have blown up, who are blowing up.
Hell yeah.
You know, big like that, where it's just so much. There's the hip hop scene is just so much more. You know, so much larger. Now I don't want to say more because that sounds like derogatory. Because the hip hop scene here is amazing and it's tight knit, but it's smaller just because there's not a history of hip hop here. But yeah,
and that shit really be killing it too, like, cause like people out here, they used to like the island music and shit like that. So if you really not doing that, or like it's really like that and fucking like R&B, like shit like that. If you really not doing that, then you really. Like, it's cool, but people really not gonna fuck with it. Like, the majority of the people really not gonna fuck with it, because that's just used to what they hearing out here. So.
Yeah, that makes sense, though.
Hell yeah.
So, over the years, what's been your biggest, like, battles, struggles overcoming making music and making beats?
Finishing, like,
yeah.
I swear on everything. Like, bro, he could tell you, like, I'll be having songs in my computer and shit, right? Shit'll be hard as fuck. Like, all I need to do is probably put some ad-libs, like, small shit. Don't do it. Can fucking shit sit in my computer, get lost, and I'm like, damn. Yeah, like. Hell
That's
yeah.
a tough one. Something like that, because you got to sit down and think about that.
Yeah.
It's not so much like, I get that, because I get stuck up on things like that too, where work where there's clear steps I'm able to do, but then things where I got to really sit down and just figure out the next step. The work is figuring out the next step. I get stuck on that too.
Hell yeah.
That's tough to do.
But yeah, bro, it would be like a verse, like a hard ass verse, and like I just gotta come back in and like do a second verse or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Don't do it. That shit get lost in my computer. Like it'd be shit like that. So I just cleared off my computer and I already got like 200 some files of like music. I say like a good like 120 of those are like just unfinished, like unfinished songs, or like a hook that I could send out as an open, like just shit like that, random shit. So yeah, like that's definitely been like my biggest problem as far as like actually finishing a song or like going back to finish a song if I say I'm gonna go back and finish it the next day. Like just staying true to my word on that too. So yeah.
So as far as like best skills you think you could work on, do you think it would be that in terms of like getting you to like closer to your goal? Do you think it'd be that, or do you think it'd be something else? Because like I feel like the problems we have maybe aren't all there. Maybe they're problems, but maybe not like the hardest thing, you know.
I won't say that's my biggest problem, because some of the shit I don't be finishing, it do be kind of like if I don't finish it, like I'm not really like end of the world. Like, a majority of like the songs are like I'm really like going in on. Like I usually finish those like when I sit down and like start the song. I usually don't go back and do those shit.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so like my best songs are usually like the ones I'm sitting down like actually recording all the way through. So I wouldn't say that's my biggest problem. I say my biggest problem is more like I say like marketing. Like actually learning how to like put myself out there the right way, and like how to get my music in the right places. That's probably like that's the thing that's gonna take me to the next step, basically. Like once I get that shit down, I feel like shit gonna start to take off as far as like, you know, me picking up with my music and shit like that.
I've jumped into marketing heavy, like especially the psychology part of it, understanding like what marketing is and why it is, you know, like how to make something, like how much of marketing is the like technical part of it, and then how much of it is the psychological part of it, of just understanding how to make good art, what actually captivates someone's attention,
like how to get something that's like people gonna stop scrolling to look at,
like
watch
how to actually add value to someone, you know?
And get engagement and all that shit.
It's tough because like I don't know, because that raises a question like, how do you learn how to make art that adds value to someone's life, you know?
I feel like that's more like
that's a great point. Add value to you.
Yeah, it has to value you before it can value anybody else. Because like if you don't value it, how is somebody else gonna value it?
That's a great point.
So like I wouldn't even say it's that. It's more like how to make something valuable that people are actually gonna like want to see, or like want to like hear more of. You know what I'm saying? Like how to make meaningful content, not just like this is cool content. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like how to take that next step.
I feel like when I started making shit, I tried to make good work, you know? And I tried to make, and then like in the steps towards getting to making great work, what I feel like I missed out on the mark when I started was how to make, like exactly what you said, how to make work that is, I feel like I was overthinking it to the point where I was trying to do all the steps, and I was researching on how to be a good editor, director, cinematographer, and I would overlook the fact of like when I sit down, I'm like, if I didn't know who made this and I didn't know what this was, would I be attracted to it? Would I be captivated by it, you know? So a lot of my like research turned into like personal shit, looking at how my mind works when I'm scrolling. And I say this on like every fucking interview, so I'm sure whoever's listening to it is sick of hearing it. But like how my mind works when I'm scrolling, I'm like real, because we all do it without thinking about it, you know? Like we see a reel and we're like, we get annoyed at a reel. Like a lot of reels I do, especially if they're like businesses marketing or something, I'll see it and it annoys me. Maybe like shit pisses me off. I'm like, I know you're trying to market to me right now, fuck you. Or like you're trying to just clickbait, whatever. Yeah, figuring out how to do
ass as fuck.
Yeah,
need to find a way to fucking block those shits on God.
Yeah,
get to that shit, Elon. Come on now, we need that.
Yeah, marketing's fucking tough though.
Yeah, that shit is hard. Like,
yeah. Yeah, I think that goes back to what you said about adding value to yourself. I feel like I've super underestimated, because you always hear people say it like in whatever way. Really, we hear, I feel like from when we're young, we hear like, one, do what makes you happy, or talking about art. You know, maybe you hear it in like a middle school, elementary art class. They're like, do like art that you like or that you enjoy, you know?
But
and
like,
I feel
you not even think about that shit like
you
back then.
Yeah, exactly, because it didn't mean anything, you know? It was like, I'm just drawing or whatever. But then like once you get, it just goes full circle. Once you get back into it, you really gotta, if you don't like enjoy it, there's gonna be just like the butterfly effect. Because then if you don't like it, chances are other people won't like it. Chances are you won't put as much effort into it. Like you said, how your finished songs, how like your Like hot songs, those are the ones you finish.
Yep.
It goes back to that. Like when you're just having fun, you enjoy something, you're more passionate about it, you work harder for it. Everything, you know?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That shit come full circle. Bro, I see fucking like you ever realize how like you said, like art teachers and shit, right? You ever realize like a lot of the shit they said like end up like being true as fuck? Like you ever seen the fucking what's some shits, the Bob Ross videos when like he doing the pain and like he talking through? Bro, if you really like listen to that shit, like he really saying some real shit that like any artist, like no matter like you painting, like you know, you make music, you direct, whatever you do that's artistic, like if you really listen and like peep game on what he's saying, he be talking some shit. Like bro said, you don't make mistakes, you just make happy mistakes. Like you never mess up, basically.
Yeah, I think he said happy little accidents.
Happy little accidents. Come on now, like I feel like. You said what? Bob Ross never got paid? Damn. His pain was crazy too. But yeah, bro, like fuck, what was I talking about?
Just learning from like art teachers, all that, how like it was
Hell
real.
fucking yeah, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, dog. Bob
and even
Ross,
just like his mindset, I feel like he was good. I feel like that mindset of just enjoying what you do, and everybody has different like mentalities with it, but I really liked I would watch him a lot in high school, of just his like peaceful mentality of just enjoying
so cool
it.
with it, like
he didn't really care. Yeah, just going through the motion, you know?
He was like, don't be scared to add more.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
If you do this, like it's okay, like we can just fix it, like simple shit. Like Bob Ross was cool.
Being okay with failure. That's a big one, you know?
I feel
you
like
gotta learn to love failure.
I feel like a lot of people in this day and age, like, failure is like the end of the world. You get what I'm saying? Like, they feel like once they fail, like, shit over with. But come on now. You fail, like, try that shit again. You know what not to do now. Like, come on now. You straight.
I feel like, I don't know. I can't speak for everyone, but I feel like for artists of whatever medium, I feel like there's a point in everybody's artistic journey when, through learning, that the correlation between like how learning comes with failure, you know? I know for me, once that, because everybody knows that, but once it clicks within you, that is a big moment, you know?
Dog, story time, right?
Yeah, let's hear it.
So back when I was making beats and shit, I was plugged in with one of the A&Rs for BeatStars, which is basically fucking or not BeatStars, fucking Beat Club, which is like Timbaland's fucking like, it's basically like his own shit for like producers and shit, right? So I had a plug for A&R for that shit. He texted me one day, he was like, bro, send me some beats. I'm about to get them played on Timbaland's Twitch stream. He reviewing beats. I'm like, all right, bet. So in my head, I'm like, I'm finishing him the hardest beat I got in my phone right now. Like, he gonna fuck with this shit. Like, we from the same area. Like, come on now, 757. You supposed to fuck with me off rip, for real, for real. So like, I'm like, boom, like, let's do this shit. So I send this shit to him, right? Go to the Twitch stream. As soon as my shit cut on, bro, like, he was like, the sonics are not right on this song. He was cooking my shit, like, off rip. It didn't even make it 30 seconds into the fucking beat. Like, the bass never kicked in. Like,
damn.
Shit got skipped so quick. And I was like, damn, like,
damn.
I just sent him my best beat, and he said this shit ass. Like, he didn't even listen to it all the way. Like, he didn't even hit a switch up. You know what I'm saying? Like, in my head, I was like fucked up about that shit. But then, like, a couple days later, I'm like, damn, like, I kind of needed that shit. Like, I really took that fair. It was like, okay, my shit not where I think it's supposed to be. Well, I know it's not where it's supposed to be. Fucking Timbaland cooking my shit on Twitch. So I'm like, let me look at what I'm doing. Let me fucking readjust, fucking, and lock in, like, go back to making fire shit or make better shit that I feel like people will want to hear. And I really grew up that shit as far as like back when I was producing and shit. And I use the same thing. I say the same thing for fucking like me as a rapper. I've sent my songs in for like Instagram, like the Instagram live reviews, like music submissions and shit like that. Yeah, I sent my shit into fucking I think it was Hypergauge. They had like a couple thousand people on they fucking live. It was like, nah, like this song I did, like the mix is off, like the voice is fucked up. I was like, all right, cool. Like, I took that shit, I doubled back like 3 weeks later with a better song. And they was like, oh yeah, like this shit hard. Like, they was fucking with the song. People in the chat was fucking with the song. So I'm like, took that failure from the first time, readjusted, came back with some better shit, and people liked it. So yeah, I feel like people need to learn how to take that failure and turn it into something great for real.
And I feel like you saying that makes me realize that when I said that, everybody I feel like everybody knows that failure is an opportunity to learn. You saying that is a great point, because you can know that, but then it's, for me at least, it was really tested when I would first see like new opportunities where I'm like, oh shit, this is my first opportunity, like this is my first like break or whatever. And then it's like, that's like the only time it's happened the first time is the only time it's ever happened, you know, and you don't know, maybe it's more common than you think, or like you're at that point where it's not the end of the world if you fail until after that first failure. So it's like the first time ever. It feels like at that point it's the biggest failure you've ever had, because it's your first opportunity like that, you know?
You're like, damn, this shit over with. I'm fucking ass. I'm selling all my shit. Like, you ready to goddamn do the whole shit over. You like, fuck all this shit.
So what are some goals you have, or what do your goals look like in this?
As far as like overall goals, as far as like rapping?
Yeah, I don't. It's hard for me to ask that question because I feel like everybody views goals differently. Also, with this.
I say like my overall goal, I really just want my music heard. Like at the end of the day, like I feel like a lot of people like they just want like the money, and like they want to look like a rapper, but they don't really be wanting to do like the shit it's gonna take, or like the extra shit that people don't even think about. So like I just want people to hear my shit, and if they fuck with it, they fuck with it. Like if they don't, then like clearly their ears don't work. I don't know, some shit fucked up with them. So yeah, that's really like my end goal, like, and like when I say for this rap shit for real.
Yeah, I get that. So when you say you just want your stuff heard, like, why? You know?
Alright, look, I would say if you look at rap right now, right? Like, I'ma just use, I can't even speak for like the bigger artists and shit like that.
Yeah.
So I'm using like our local sense, right? Mm-hmm. If you look at the rap scene right now here, and like everybody kind of like, you know, I'm not saying like everybody like fits into one lane, or like they have their lane that they have to stay in, but like for the most part, like you know what type of music you're gonna get from what type of artist. Like some examples, like if RTF drop a song, you know it's gonna be some fucking King of the Vibe, some smooth shit, you know type shit he do. Shout out to him.
Shout out RTF.
Yeah, shout out to him. So like I feel like my sound, I would say like me and RX, like we kind of like pioneering like the new wave sound for Hawaii, because I feel like nobody really doing the shit that we doing as far as like the types of songs we doing and the beat selections that we have. Like I feel like it's just something new and refreshing that like people need to hear, you know, like just something to switch it up, you know, to get out the norm of like the laid back like mellow music. Like we need some turn shit, you know what I'm saying?
Do you have any artists who are inspirations to you?
Hey, shout out Lil Yachty, man. Lil Yachty for sure. Fucking Cardi, D Savage. Who else I be fucking with? Thug. Yeah, Free Thug. Fucking, I fuck with Lucky. I fuck with Lucky heavy. Shout out Lucky. Yeah, like a lot of the people I listen to, like underground artists, like real like unheard of, or like only like a couple people know about them type of shit. Yeah. Like I really don't fuck with a lot of like mainstream artists, like talking about it for like I listen to them like when they come on, but as far as like how I like shape my music type shit, it's more like along with people I named. So yeah.
So with this whole interview, everything we've talked about in mind with music, strategies for marketing, learning, failure, everything like that, what do you feel like is most important to you in life right now?
The most important thing for me right now in life is probably just living life. Like sometimes, like, you know, you just be like going, like you don't really like just step back for a second and be like, damn, like it's a nice day outside, or like, especially living in Hawaii, like you can just step outside any day and it's like, what the fuck, come on now. So like, yeah, like really just like enjoying life while I can, you know, and like enjoying like the little shit, you know, not taking it for granted. That's really like the big thing right now. Yeah,
it's crucial. Do you have trouble getting caught up, like losing track of time and shit?
Yeah, I definitely do, like all the time, especially like if I'm making a song or doing something like that, mixing a song or something like that, I'll lose track of time. Next thing you know, it's fucking like 9-10 o'clock at night. I started at like 3 or 4 and I didn't even know what fucking time it was. So shit like that definitely fucks with me. That's why I'm like, I need to fucking go outside, go to the beach, go hiking, do something to where I'm like, damn, it's a nice day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, interesting. I feel like when you bring up living in the moment, you know, type shit, like that whole topic, that brings a lot of questions into like what's really important at the end of the day when you're 80, looking back at life. What are you going to like appreciate, you know? What do you think you will?
Damn, I'm gonna be old as fuck. Damn, I'm gonna have wrinkles and shit. What the fuck? I'll probably
appreciate or regret.
I definitely have some regrets, but what's life without regrets? You know, you need some shit to goddamn be like, damn, I shouldn't have did that shit. Shit builds character. But I definitely be appreciative. Like, I should have a family by then, or I hope I have a family, like as far as kids and grandkids and shit. So I'd be appreciative of like dad and like simple shit. I want to get like a truck and like go fishing on a lake and shit like that when I'm older. Like that's the type of shit I'm gonna be appreciating. Like just enjoying doing old people shit, going to the grocery store at 4 o'clock in the morning and shit like that.
So it sounds like, do you feel like you have trouble living in the moment and like appreciating life?
Not really. Like it's not bad, but I'll catch myself like every once in a while. Like if I've been like having a lot of shit going on and like I really haven't like sat down and like relaxed, then but for the most part I kind of do live in that moment and be like, you know, really enjoy like the smaller, simpler things.
Because when you talk about that, like, you know, being old, going fishing with a truck like, or something,
think about that, dog.
Doing that type of shit. Like when I think about that, I feel like for me that comes from a place of time, like worrying about the time going by.
Hell yeah.
You know, and like where I should be spending my time, if I'm making the most of it, if I'm gonna like regret pursuing this so much and like to the point where it takes over regular life, or like me stopping and like they say, like smelling the roses, you know.
But if you don't, like, say you ever see like those memes and shit where it be like somebody digging underground and like the one dude turning around, the fucking diamonds right there. You know
everybody knows that one.
Yeah, like you don't want to be that dude and be like,
exactly.
As soon as you stop, your breakthrough is right there on the door and you don't even know you turn around.
Yeah.
You know? So I feel like you got to keep going, especially if you're passionate about it and like if you really care about what you're doing as far as like your creativity, whether it's pain, making videos, anything that you want to pursue in life, for real, like you got to go all the way with that shit because you don't want to regret that shit when you can't do it no more.
Facts.
Like we young now, like we can run around and like do all the shit that we need to do for like this certain type of career, but when you get old and your knees start hurting and your back start hurting, all this shit, you ain't gonna be wanting to fucking hold a camera for 3 hours or have to be fucking going up on a sketchy roof to get an angle, all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like you just gotta go and do it while you can. Like you don't want to regret that shit when you can't. And you like, damn, I didn't fulfill my life type shit.
Yeah. So do you think that physical, like shit like that, is gonna be what kind of slows your roll, or do you think what is gonna be the point where you are like, all right,
I'll be in a nursing home and still be performing like it's nothing,
like an old people show?
Hell, like I already be making like new jazz shit. So I just turn that bitch to real jazz, get a whole band out there, perform the same songs I made when I was fucking 21 and shit like that, when I'm 83 and old and shit. Like, I never stop performing. As long as I can, I do that shit. Like,
yeah.
It's nothing like performing, like being on stage and having the crowd. Last show, I had the crowd singing my song and shit. Like, I was fucking directing that shit.
That's dope.
Crazy. Like, nothing can top that type of, like, adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What show was that?
This was the August show.
Okay,
the
yeah,
summer heat vibe show.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that shit was fire.
So then off that, saying how much you enjoy that, what's your favorite part about being in this entire career field industry of making music, rapping?
There's a couple things. I love performing. I love like making music in itself, like the whole creation process of like actually making a song. And like, especially like when I'm in the studio with somebody making a song, I feel like that's the best process ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, once I blow up off this shit, like the travel that come with it, you know, the shit that come with that, money and whatnot. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff about this career that I enjoy. When I think about it.
Yeah. Would you say you're happy in life right now?
Hell yeah, I'm as happy as fuck. Like, life is great. Like, come on now. I just went to Rhode Island for Thanksgiving.
You said what?
I went to Rhode Island for Thanksgiving. Yeah, I got to go back, enjoy some cold air and shit like that, you know, get away from the heat. Fucking, it's been a little gloomy outside, but fuck it, the rain cool too. Like, everything just been great in life, you know. It can't get no better for sure.
Yeah, man, that's dope. So, coming up, it's December 1st right now. Coming up in 2024, do you have any, like, concrete goals for, like, shit you want to accomplish or do?
Yeah, for sure. So I was bullshitting this year. I was supposed to drop an album, like, my, like, big album, like, my solo project. I bullshitted all this year. But 2024, I'm dropping that shit. I don't have a title. I don't have a date. But 2024, count on it. Then me and RX Presley, we got a collab tape coming up 2024 too. Penn Presley. Make sure y'all get ready for that one. We got some crazy shit coming too. Like, I'll tell you off camera, but like, this shit crazy. Like, the whole rollout for this shit, like, so much shit. So yeah.
For the album?
Yeah, it's gonna be a joint album with me and him.
Okay, hell yeah.
Yeah, that shit gonna be fire. We definitely finna turn up on that shit.
Yeah.
I definitely want to shoot some more music videos too. Like, I think I only got like 3 or 4 right now. Yeah. But I feel like my music getting better too, so I got better shit to shoot music videos too. So
yeah,
I definitely want to do some more of that going on to 2024 and just continue to like grind at this shit, you know, like continue to fucking network, meet new people, do all that shit. I'm trying to go to fucking South by Southwest. You know what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to go either 2024 or 2025.
I forget, where's that held?
It's in Austin.
Okay, yeah.
So that's like a fucking big ass networking scene right there. So
I'm
gonna go do that shit. Fucking meet some people out there. You never know who you run into.
Facts.
So that's definitely a goal of mine, either this year or next year. So yeah, we got some shit planned for sure.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So for like a up and coming artist, producer, creative, whatever field they may be in, what do you feel like in your mind is either most important or set of most important values for them to hold as who they are?
Like,
or at least for you.
Like, as far as like not switching up and shit, like staying true to yourself?
Yeah.
I feel like you can't lose sight of the art. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like, if somebody, I can speak it like from like an artist standpoint. Like, say you blow up and like labels start to come to talk to you and they like, hey, we like you, but we want to change X, Y, and Z about you. But that X, Y, and Z is really like what makes you and what makes you different than the next person rapping. So I feel like you gotta stand on like business with that shit.
Facts.
As far as like staying true to what makes you and your creativity. And like also being able to say no. Like, I feel like a lot of artists and like a lot of people in general, like, they're scared to say no to people when it comes to like making a song with somebody or like doing really anything as far as like being an artist
or turning down like opportunities.
Yeah, like they feel like a lot of people feel like they're entitled to say yes because somebody asked them. Like I done had people out here ask me to like be in shows and shit, but I'll never forget fucking, and shout out J-Raw for telling me this too. I went to a J-Raw studio session one time and he was telling me, he was like, bro, like a lot of people, they just gonna do any show, but you gotta realize like what are you gaining from it? Like if you just performing to perform, like, and it's 5 people there, 10 people there, and those 10 people is just somebody else's friends and they family and shit like that, like you really not performing for nobody. You really just wasting your energy and like wasting your time in a sense. He was like, you got to make sure whatever you doing, like it benefits you at the same time. So like, it's been opportunities I had shows and I'm like, it don't benefit me, so it's no point in me doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of artists, I feel like they would just be like, oh, I'm gonna do it because it's another opportunity, but is it a good opportunity? Like not every opportunity is a good one. You know what I'm saying? Like you got bad opportunities out there too. So yeah, like I feel like it's hard for them to say no to a lot of shit.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of that will come with time, to understanding your position, your skill set, what you offer.
Hell yeah.
To whereas like again, like what we were saying earlier, when you're first starting, you don't really know what the whole situation is with everything, and where every situation that comes, you know, I know for me it was like when I first started, it was like if I got an opportunity, I was like, oh shit, it's an opportunity, I gotta do this, you know,
take that shit.
Yeah, and then like the more I do it, the more I'm like, okay, all right, not every opportunity like I need to do.
Exactly.
It's not gonna ruin my career to not take an opportunity. You know, I gotta look at the pros and cons. How is this gonna affect me, my time, my energy,
yeah,
and everything like that, man. What do you think is your strongest skill, or like skill / personality trait? I'm gonna say.
I be knowing like a lot of random facts. Like my girl, she'll just be like, she'll ask me something and like I'll know the answer, but it'll be a question she like expecting me not to know. She'll be like, how the fuck you know that shit? Like it be random shit like that. That's like probably my coolest, like best personality trait. Like just knowing random ass shit. Sometimes that should be coming in handy too. You never know. Yeah. What's the other part?
Strongest, I said strongest like skills / personality traits.
Strongest skill?
Yeah.
Like as far as like rapping wise or like personality wise? Person wise?
Both.
Rapping skill? I'm not gonna lie, I be going crazy on the ad-libs. Like if y'all want some ad-libs done, let me know, cause I can do that shit for you, make them shit sound fire. My ad-libs definitely be crazy. And I also say I'm hella creative. Like I'm not scared to try new shit.
Yeah.
Like it could be something that's like so out the box from left field that people be like, what the fuck? But once they hear it, they like, oh, like this shit sound crazy. Like I'm not scared to break a barrier and like try something new. So yeah.
Okay, bet. All right, I'm pause it. Switch the batteries in the camera, and we'll be right back to it. What do you think, in your experience from starting, is the most important thing for like first steps for somebody who's getting into this field to do?
First step. All right, look, right. This is what you're gonna do. You're gonna go on the internet and you're gonna crack either if you want to use fucking FL, I say use Logic the best for fucking recording vocals and shit, or Ableton, whatever you gonna use to record, you crack that bitch on your laptop. Boom, you got that bitch cracked, right? Load up a beat, whoever the fuck you think you about to rap like, and then just get up there and say some shit. Like this shit really simple. Like like a lot of people be trying to make this shit harder than what it is. Like nigga, just go make a song. Like stop being scared. Like that's really like the number one thing. Don't be scared. You also gotta like, you gotta kind of know, like you gotta already have like some type of like artistic ability, I say, before you like start trying to rapping. Yeah, because a lot of motherfuckers be trying to rap and like they ain't got no type of rhythm, they ain't got nothing, and they trying to rap. Like you gotta have something to build off of before like you get to recording your first song, and everything after that, like that shit cool shit, like ain't nothing to worry about. So yeah.
Do you think when you say artistic ability, do you think artistic ability and then follow on creativity. Do you think those like are those something you can learn, or how do you learn those?
I say you can learn. You can kind of learn how to be creative, but at the same time, like some of that shit got to come like from within type shit. Like you got to already kind of have like some type of like creativity in your body before you can learn it. Yeah. But as far as like artists in general, like if you was, I say like a cameraman and you doing that type of art, like you can learn creativity for that, because you can always look up like, all right, how do I get this type of angle? Like
all the techniques.
how do I get this type of shot? Like you can learn from like a creative aspect on that, or like if you like do paintings or some shit like that, like you can learn from like other people by watching like step-by-step videos. Like, but I feel like as a music artist, you really got to have like at least a little bit of creativity to, you know, kind of propel yourself.
I feel like a lot of that goes into also like passion, and then also what we were talking about earlier, shit that you enjoy, making shit that's really like honest and authentic with yourself, you know? Because I feel like a lot of the times when there's a shit that's good but not like just not like that interesting, might come from a place of where somebody's maybe just not really being authentic, you know? Because everybody feels shit, but when you can really get in touch with that.
I say it like this, like prime example, Rod Wave. He make that sad, oh my life is so bad type ass music. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But it fits him though, because that's authentic to him and like his story. So like you really feel it. You resonate with his music. Like to the people that listen to it, they resonate because they know it's coming from within. But on the same time, like you can't, if you never came from like that type of life, or like or that type of background, you can't resonate with it, and you can't try to mimic that, and people gonna know. Like people know when like some shit fake and like somebody lying, or like
absolutely
they're not really living their truth. So you really gotta, you can't try to copy somebody else's, you know, their wave basically. Like you gotta find your own wave and really do you, instead of, you know, trying to be like somebody else. Yeah man, for sure. Well, man, as we're nearing up the end of filming, I appreciate your time tonight. Appreciate that, dog.
Everything. So there's always the last few things I hit. 1, could you let me know if you had any last sage final advice, some wisdom to pass on to the audience and the people listening? What would you give them?
Just don't be scared. Whatever it is you're doing in life, like just don't be scared to do it. Like, don't be scared to fail, like we were saying earlier. Just don't be scared to try. Like a lot of people, they're scared to try. Like I heard this quote. What was it? Fucking. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. You get what I'm saying? Like I feel like whatever you want to do in life, like you just got to go full steam and do that shit for real, for real.
Yeah, absolutely. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
And then finally, for anybody who may be like driving or something right now, not able to be on their phone or their computer or whatever, could you say everywhere to find you, like all social medias and platforms?
Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram at, put that shit right there. I'm on TikTok. Put that shit right there. Damn. All right.
You can pull your phone out also if you need to look at it.
Yeah, I got you.
Or if we have any blind listeners, you know.
All right, so you can find me on Instagram at PENIICILLINN, Penicillin. And then you can find me on TikTok at the same at. You can find me on Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, all Penicillin. Check out my latest EP I just dropped, I want to say a couple months ago, Freddy's Revenge. Check the shit out. Some good songs up there. Where You At music video on YouTube. That's out now. Make sure I go check that out. Very fire video. Got some new shit coming out too. Just stay tuned.
Yeah. All those links will be in the description. Well, man, I appreciate all your time tonight
Yeah,
and
appreciate you,
everything.
dog.
The talk, it was
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
I hope that if you made it this far, well, thank you. I hope that you're able to enjoy it. You know, relax, just listen.
Hey,
Learn
matter
some
of fact, can we do something?
Hmm?
So look, for the people that's still watching to the end of the video, I'm gonna send you a song, right? And we're gonna put some unreleased shit, some new shit.
Oh shit!
So we're gonna put that at the outro of the video.
All right, I won't like put that anywhere though. Like
Yeah,
advertise it. That's a little.
So like if they got to the end of the video, congratulations.
I
You
like
get to hear
that.
some unreleased music. You're welcome.
Hell yeah!
So,
I'm not gonna advertise it anywhere. It's gonna be like the
Yeah.
in the know. You
Yeah, if
gotta
they
just
watch
do
the
it.
podcast, they
Yeah,
know. You know
yep.
what I'm saying?
Damn, that's good. I like that. All right,
Yeah.
listen. Have a good night. Enjoy.
Merry Christmas.